this is Tom Medlock, and this is assignment number 4. So for the first problem for assignment number 4, what I had to do was I had to go ahead and create a shader that does the math on the CPU side right here. And if we go ahead and go to the shader right here, you can see that there it is. The buffer is commented out here, and the multiplication is limited to just the position in the world. And if I go ahead and boot it up, you'll see that the triangles render happily. There's no issues there. So I'm going to go ahead and go to the next problem, which is rendering 5 different objects. So as you can see here, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Same thing, math being done on the CPU side. Go ahead and boot it up, and you'll see that there are indeed 5 different triangles. A little cute triangle right there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, all right there. No problems. And then if we go to problem number 3 was rendering that pyramid. So you can see here that all of the UVs are lined up perfectly. There's 0, 3, 13, 23, 30, and 0, 0 on the corners. 30, 0 on corners, 0, 13, 23, and 33. So everything is fine and dandy with that. And then for the fourth problem, we had to create the wrapped cube. This was actually a pretty tough one, but I managed to pull it off. We have the bottom, right, front, left, and then the top right here. So that's that one. And then for the final problem, we had to make a shader class. So you can see here that there's the texture shader, here, and then down here I eliminated quite a bit of code in the init demo right here. So if I go ahead and boot it up, you'll see that it'll run perfectly fine. Now, that's just because I didn't delete that. So here's the problem: is that when I do change this texture, for whatever reason, it doesn't like it. It doesn't like it at all. And you were saying in class that it doesn't matter what the UV coordinates are for the image, so it shouldn't be crashing. It might crash, it might not. It seems like it crashes more often when I'm recording. See, I don't understand why it does that, and it always goes to a different spot. But I can tell you why the texture appears the way it does. Now it's not going to crash. The texture appears the way it does because this image is being cut up into several pieces, as if it's trying to wrap the entire picture around this cube in little pieces. So that is why we're seeing what we're seeing, because the values are quarters and 0.125s and all that. So that is why we're seeing what we're seeing. As for performance, I didn't have the time to do it, but I do know that on your when your demonstration in class talked about how many times you think that you're doing good practice when you're moving the code to different positions in the loops and in different areas to try to eliminate repeated multiplication. However, we found out